Hello and welcome to What the Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Welcome to day 1402. Matt Gaetz withdrew his name from consideration for Attorney General following scrutiny over allegations of sex trafficking an underage girl and drug use that threatened his confirmation. The minor, who said that she had sex with Gaetz, told the House Ethics Committee that she had 2 sexual encounters with him at a party in 2017, and it included another adult woman. 2 other women testified to the committee that Gaetz paid them for sex, with one witnessing him having sex with the 17-year-old at a drug-fueled party in 2017. Gaetz paid the 2 women more than $10,000 through PayPal and Venmo. Some payments were for sex. In a statement, Gaetz said, "It's clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump/Vance transition. There is no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General." Michael Guest, chairman of the House Ethics Committee, said Gaetz's decision to withdraw from consideration ends the discussion of whether or not the Ethics Committee should continue to move forward on deliberations around releasing the report on its investigation into allegations of sexual misconduct against Gaetz. Guest said, "He has withdrawn his nomination. He is no longer a member of Congress, so I think that this settles any involvement." Trump, meanwhile, praised Gaetz's decision, saying the decision has his respect and that Matt has a wonderful future. Meanwhile, a woman told police that Pete Hegseth, Trump's nominee for defense secretary, sexually assaulted her in 2017, according to an investigative report released by the Monterey Police Department. The woman, identified as Jane Doe in the documents, told police she consumed more alcohol than normal and that she approached Hegseth in a hotel bar after noticing he was behaving inappropriately toward other women. Doe said Hegseth told her he was a nice guy, and her next memory was being in an unknown room with Hegseth, who took her phone from her hands and blocked the door. The woman said she remembered saying no a lot and that her next memory was of her lying on a couch or bed with Hegseth standing over her with his dog tags dangling, according to the report. Hegseth served in the National Guard. Days after the alleged incident, Doe went to the hospital to ask for a sexual assault examination. She told the attending nurse that something may have been slipped into her drink as she cannot remember most of the night's events, and that she thought she had been sexually assaulted by a man she later identified as Hegseth. The nurse reported Doe's account to the police, and Hegseth, who was never charged with a crime, said the encounter was consensual. He entered into a non-disclosure agreement with the woman in 2020. Moving on, the Republican-led House Oversight Committee will establish a new subcommittee to work with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy on Trump's so-called Department of Government Efficiency. The committee will be chaired by Marjorie Taylor Greene. The subcommittee will align with the Trump administration's priorities to eliminate government waste, streamline the federal government's operations, and cut red tape that's stifling jobs and increasing costs for the American people. Meanwhile, the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, as well as former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity during the war in Gaza. The warrants require enforcement by the court's 124 member states. Both Israel and the United States, however, do not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC. The court also issued a warrant for the arrest of Hamas's military chief, accusing him of crimes against humanity, including murder, hostage-taking, and sexual violence. Israel says they already killed the military chief of Hamas. Netanyahu, meanwhile, rejected the warrant from the ICC and called them absurd and false accusations. And finally, the House of Representatives passed legislation allowing the Treasury Department to unilaterally strip the tax-exempt status of nonprofits that it accuses of supporting terrorism. The bill passed 219 to 184, with all but 1 Republican supporting it and all but 15 Democrats opposed. The bill revokes the tax-exempt status of any terrorist-supporting organization that the Treasury Department designates as having provided material support or resources to a group designated as a terrorist entity within the past 3 years. A nonprofit designated as terror-supporting has 90 days to appeal, although the bill does not require the Treasury to disclose all the evidence used to make the designation. The legislation passed largely along party lines and now goes to the Democratic-controlled Senate, where its fate is uncertain.
That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.